Hello, it's Lindsay from the Vintage Button, and I'm here, the little bit of after work craft. So, I have my little mini album that I am making from bits from my scrap box that I have at the side of the desk, which is like when I finish different projects, they just all go, instead of putting them back in their individual boxes, I just sort of put them to the side. I developed a little bit of a kit from that, so there's all kinds of things in here. There was a wedding photograph of a wedding party, so I've cut the individual people out of this photograph. It's a vintage photograph. I think it looks like it's from the 50s. So we've got two, I've made paper fairies out of them. We've got two here, then in the middle we have this one. This has actually been a video that I don't know when that's gone out, or if it's gone out already, or I'll be putting it out, from a bit of early morning crafting. So I finished it off and did some other bits and pieces. I put this in, this is from a Victorian letter saying the marriage. There's one of those butterflies from that magazine. I put some more Posca pen and put a border around it and put some Posca pen on the top of the little bridal couple there. So there's that. And then I've just generally gone through and added bits and pieces to sort of put an even spread of the elements that I had that were kind of things. So like I could put this here, I'll put it in that pocket, but that could go there, just so that every page will have something on it. I also added some little beads and scraps of the coordinating fabric onto the closures. Today I want to make this. So I've used the things from my pack. I might go back in there and dig for more things. And I've added one of these labels. So very often in between projects I would do lots of stamping and make sort of ephemera sheets that then I would spend some time cutting things out. So I might just do lots of labels in different colours but using the same stamp. This is evidently, I don't know if it's from the same batch, but and then they just go in a tin. But again, when I said that, like when I come to the end of a project, just all goes into that scrap box rather than me fishing out labels and putting them in the right box. So we've done this because this is where I'm gonna get my crocodile on the large setting and just put a hole in. The tag is made from a book page. Again, it's something I do in between projects. This is my little pack, develop little packs of things that I have to hand just for when I need it. So this is tags and paper sweet bags. Sweet bags are made, there are various shapes and sizes, are made from dictionary paper, and the tags are made from I think it's a 1920s children's book, and there's more little things there and some stamped out, punched out envelopes, and that's just something I'll be able to grab from for this project, any other project that I have. Okay, so what I've done is I've backed this paper tag onto some card, some scrap card from a food box. We do true junk journaling here. So now I'm just looking for ways to have my little flowery lady kind of, where's she gonna be? Oh, I like that. I can see that I will like that. I can even have that folded over. So I do like that. I like this, but I don't know where I can put it. Let me have a think about that. I might go back and have a look in the other. And this is her equitable estate for life. So I showed you this. This is from the Victorian letter that I have scraps of in this pack of stuff, and it's actually a solicitor's letter talking about somebody's marriage settlement. It's very Jane Austen, and this is just a little quote from it, and I just liked it, that, you know, equitable estate. It sounds good, it sounds comforting. So I thought we would have that somewhere. I don't know if we could. Oh yeah, we could have that there. I think I want to make it gold it around the outside. Okay, so we have that, we have that. So now I need to make a decision about this. So we can either not have that and go quite floral. So I have this. We could probably do a bit of both. I don't know. I don't know if I've got that. These are from napkins. Again, something I do in between a project is I will make elements from napkins, PVA gluing the napkins onto a piece of paper or a piece of card, and then making the fussy cut elements from that. So these are the same from napkins. Oh, quite a few. You can see they're a bit crumpled because they've just been put into the scrap box. Right, what was I thinking? I was thinking of somehow making this. I don't know. I might be tying myself to that, so I might not do that and just do the floral thing. That feels better. To fix. Oh, I like that. I must admit, I do like that. We can add an extra flower there. That might be a winner. Winner chicken dinner. So let's get a gold pen, and we're going to go around the outside a few of these things. We're going to go around the outside of this lady. Just a gold metallic pen. You could do this with paint, it just takes longer to dry, so that's why I end up using the paint, the pens. I don't know where they're from because they were Christmas presents. I think some of them were from my Secret Santa. I don't like that one though. I'll go for this one. This one is from the dreaded Amazon. Okay. Just to sort of give it a highlight. I almost use gold pen or gold paint like you would, this might be coming to its end, like you would the inking thing that people do. And I did start to use the inking thing, but I got to the point where everything felt muddy, and I want my journals to be colourful, so I like colour rather than the whole neutral thing, and I didn't want them to be muddy. And I do have like old stuff, and so it looks old anyway. It doesn't need to be muddied up to make it look old. And I can see where it's useful in certain circumstances, so I'm never saying never, and I've still got all my little Tim Holtz inks and stuff. But yeah. So I'll have that there, have that there, have that there. Okay, let's start sticking some stuff down. I want that to be a little bit more up. Where is she going to be? Because I want her to... Do I want it covering that? I don't think I do, but I do want that up. Okay, we'll have that like that. This is just some doily that's been painted. I haven't done this. This might be a summertime thing to do outside, just sort of be in the sunshine, painting doilies and letting them dry. Again, rather than tea staining, I do tea staining, but I would rather have a bit of colour. In fact, I don't think it might have been these, but I started doing it in the winter in front of the fire. And just sort of, you know how the fire is a real fire, how it has like a draw to it, and I put the fire guard on, and it would just sort of stick to the fire guard until it was dry. And that was just a good way of doing it. I used to like put a nice film on festive film or something and sit by the fire making. Not that I feel like I want to do that today. It's very warm outside. Very warm for the UK, certainly the UK in April. So it's, I think it's been 27 today, which we double it and add 30, we'll round it up. So we'll say 60, 90. So I would say in the late 80s, early 90s Fahrenheit today, which is quite warm for this country. It's not hot, it's not unpleasant, it's lovely. Yeah. So I was going to make salmon and veggies for dinner, but my husband's had to go off and do something for a family member, so I think, I'm not sure until I know what he's going to be doing. I'm going to hold off. It won't take very long if I did do it. And we'll see. Okay, so we have that. I think this is the most important thing, is to have that in the right place. I don't mind that overlapping a little bit actually. I like the word Paris, we might have that. And then we've got these flowers. They need a little bit of repair. The kind of glue's come up there, but that's alright. We can do that. We have the tools. You know, they have just been in the scrapbox. So they will be a little bit like that. I think the last time I made these was for the advent calendars that I made last year. Okay. I'm going to stick the letters down, the writing down. So, how are you? You had good days? I've had a really good day at work actually. It's been very productive. Yeah, it's been very productive. Did we want... I think I do want it that way. I want you to read it up. Do we read it up? Read it down. Let's read it down. No, can't make my mind up. A little bit of a slant. So I think it's the little fairy going on next. We said we like the word Paris, didn't we? And then I'm going to put some sort of border around it, I think. Just use my clip to put her head down. Now, I think I'm going to trim some things rather than fold them back. Just have to decide where do I want stuff that needs to go like that. What's that one like? That one better. I think I do like that one better. Okay. Right then. We will put it on, see where we go with it. Oh, do we need that? Let's just put some glue on it. I can always wipe the glue off if I need to cut. So, I think is that what we were aiming for? I think that's what we're going for. Now, do I want to fold that over? I could fold it over actually. There we go. What do we think? I like it. So we need some sort of border. I don't know if I want it to be a colour instead of the gold, or whether I just keep with the gold. I think I want it to be a colour. I want it to be one of these purples. Let's see which one I like. I think I want it to be the lighter one. I thought it would be the darker one, but there we go. We might put a bit of gold on top of it. Okay. Which one was the lighter one? This one. Alright, so we're just going to go around the outside with it. Again, like you would if you were inking it, but you're just using the... You're not blending it as such, you're just sort of putting an edge on it. You can see there. We're not going to go over the elements. We can make our mind if we want to do that in a minute. The rugby players have started practicing behind the house. Okay. Now I want some fabric. So I've got this scrap of fabric that was in the box. I'm going to make a ribbon. Then we'll use that ribbon. I think all the tags will have this kind of stuff to it. Just stretch this a bit. Oh, I need Tower of Craft Supplies. Okay. Here we go. Just put a knot in. Oh, ice cream van. A sweet little tag. So, where are we going to put it? We have to decide. Because I have allocated some spots. Tags. Let's see. I've got some that are already pockets, but we can make a pocket. There's some shallow pockets. I think this is where it goes. Okay, we need to do something here. I could do a butterfly. I think a butterfly might work well, and another border. Right, let's do the border in gold. It's been a really easy and a joy to make this journal. I think it's the size. I think the size is kind of, it's limiting in one way, but freeing in another, which is random, I know, but yeah. It's not precise, this bit. Okay. So we had that one. There was another one, wasn't there? In that pile, there was a blue one. What are we thinking? Are we thinking blue or are we thinking... I think the blue. Sort of diagonally, but not quite like that. So these are from a batch, I think I've already said this, they're from a batch that I made out of Easter egg boxes in the UK. I don't know if you have them. I think like certainly on European continent they have like large Easter eggs. It's a large chocolate eggs. I know I've seen them in Italy. I went for my honeymoon in Italy I've been to other times as well, but that it was around Easter, because we actually got married on Easter Sunday and then went out. And the corn was still all in the shops, like amazing Easter eggs, much more beautiful than the Cadbury's ones in boxes. They were all kind of wrapped up, they were beautiful. But then the Italians are more stylish than the British. I'll give them that. I think I've got any glue seepage, a little tiny bit. But there we go. I won't quite put it in because I don't want it to stick. But that is our make for this evening. A tag and a page in my little mini junk journal. Shall we do that fix and then we'll call it a day? Okay. What we're going to do is just, I could put some washi on, but I like the idea of putting one of these labels on. Again, this is one of them that's just been stamped onto book page, because I don't use single-use craft items like stickers or transfers or die cuts and stuff. I make my own things. I do buy stamps and ink, and in fact I really stopped buying stamps because I have hundreds of them. I need to have a big sort out of them actually, that's a job coming up. And I even make my own. I've got a competition that I need to, when I've stopped filming this, I need to sort that out, that's for a Facebook group. I need to choose a winner and then make one, so that will be a video that I'll probably do over the weekend so you can see what I mean. I will show you though briefly. Where are they? They are here. So the front of the journal we have the vintage button, which is actually this stamp, and I made it from sentiments, from silicone stamps that come with cards and things. I used to get a magazine that was all card making, and they used to send these sentiment stamps. I liked the images but not the sentiments, so they've just gone in a box and I cut them up, make my own words and phrases. So I will be doing that for the winner. That might be something we'll do for the channel, but this has been for a European, well, a UK only group. Okay, so there we go. Oh, we need another one. Let's see if I've got any little ones. Or I might wait until I decorate it because I don't know what I'm going to put on. But I like the idea of doing that. And I like my page. So, do you keep hold of all the scraps from the end of a project? Do you squirrel them back away? What do you do with them? Let me know in the comments below. Do all the YouTubey things. Thank you for watching. So, like, you know, hit the like, comment, subscribe, all those things help my little channel grow. And yeah, I've enjoyed doing this. I've enjoyed spending time with you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.